TCB McRae winds up now, then Menengate. TCB McRae descends on them, goes to Solar Sonic. TCB McRae put its head in front, Menengate to third. TCB.
Welcome to our Vicbred Super Series final preview or analysis for the Saturday night meeting where the Pacers get to take their turn. And this is an astonishingly good program. A couple of races in particular. The 4-year-old Enties and Geldings final is worth the price of admission, which of course at Tabcorp Park Melton is Bubka zero. So it's, even if it was worth $20, I'd be happy to hand over 20 or maybe even more to come and see those horses get the job done. But we'll start from the start here, race around the program. The big six is in fact all the Group 1 finals, so you might as well take a big six and see if you can get the job done there. It's for the 2-year-old fillies, the first of these elite Group 1 finals. Spectacular for Mindbaker has just been extraordinary, specifically since stepping up to the middle distance through this series. She's a big, strong filly, and I think she's really stamping her imprimatur on this division. I think she's a good thing, $2.50 value for mine. Are you with me?
I'm not with you. I think she's certainly the horse to beat based on the semi-final. She was really strong through the line. She came from the second row. Yes, she'll have to do it again, but she's probably drawn a bit better in the running line. I see no reason to be against her. I'm not sure I really want to be punting heavily in the race. Soho Angel, the stablemate, was very good in the semi-final herself and has drawn the front row, so I wouldn't be surprised if she was thereabouts. Perfect sense, Kiang Secret. Tough race for me, but spectacular on top.
You're very close with the Lee Craven stable. Are you forgiving Kiang Secret? I'm not.
Yep, I'll give her another chance.
Yep, no, there was quite a big all-up I had on the semi-finals that died when Kiang Secret got rolled in the last, so unfortunately I can't forgive. The second of the Group 1 finals, the second of 6, at Tabcorp Park on Saturday night is for the baby boys. And this looks a great little race. TINGIRA Beach has obviously taken everyone by storm with the way it's gone through this series so far. Question mark is, does he easily get to the lead? If he does, he probably justifies the $1.70, $1.80 quote. If he has to park outside Raptors Delight, I think that brings a little fella, our little general, right into things. You with the fave or you with someone else?
I'm with the fave. I agree with everything you say. I think he'll probably get the top TINGIRA Beach. I'm not certain about it. If he does, as you say, he'll justify the quote. He was very good winning a semi-final. But there is the chance that Raptors Delight will be kicking up and trying to hold him wide, and if that's the case, then our little general drawn to trail the leader would be very hard to beat because he's quick, he has speed on his side. They're probably most of the big guns you want to be including, but Mr. Freeze is a nice improving type for me that's drawn handily, should get a nice spot in transit. Wouldn't be surprised at $13 if he ran a drum as well, but TINGIRA Beach on top, not a whole heap of confidence.
Can you tell me what our little general's paying in place?
He's $1.40, so the tab bookmakers have found him.
Yeah, I don't know I don't exactly know the win-place ratio you'd have to do, but he's not missing a place. Even if he's 3 poles, he's going to run a drum here. So if you want to multi him up at $1.40 with some that you think can win later in the program, I think he can win our little general. I actually marked him 220 against 250 and tipped our little general on top. So if he gets that gun run behind the leader, that's what he lives for. He's got a devastating turn of foot. I think he can beat TINGIRA Beach, but a lot will be worked out in the first 200 metres of that race. The third of our Group 1 finals on Saturday night for the Pacers at Tabcorp Park is for the 3-year-old fillies. Intriguing event, and Baker and I are both, we could almost do a harmony here. We're so keen on Nicky Badwagon at around $13 into 12 potentially with fixed odds. No doubt ROCKNROLL Magic was outstanding in her semi-final, sitting parked and drilling Rockstar Angel into submission. But Nicky Badwagon back in the draw gets the front line alley for the first time in a long time. Pretty keen? Very keen.
It does worry me a little bit because I came off the long run last week and she got beaten, Nikki. So that always... She was good, but when you declare them like I did last week, it makes it hurt a little bit. But look, she does have that front row draw. I'm not sure she'll fly out. She'll probably just cruise across, get to the breeze at some stage, make it difficult for the favourite, either end up on ROCKNROLL Magic's back, maybe get the lead if they really pull the pressure on and they want to kick up. Either way, based on her semi-final run where, as you say, she was the fastest last half of the night, and her heat run where she came 3 wide in a 27.9 third quarter and hit the front before just getting pegged back on the line, I think she's the best filly in the series. I don't see any reason why she won't be winning. Look, she's into $10 now. They've snapped up the 12, so the money is coming for her. Plenty of respect for ROCKNROLL Magic and Whirly School from the Emma Stewart camp. They're going to be thereabouts. Whirly School will lead early, and I suspect she'll try and hold the lead all the way into the lane. She was a good semi-final winner, and she's improving, and ROCKNROLL Magic has the class. But for me, Nicky Badwagon, really hard to beat.
Yeah, no, we'll be enjoying ourselves after the last at Tabcorp Park, regardless of the results, but it'll be a little bit Wolf of Wall Street, I would imagine, if Nicky Badwagon gets the job done. I think she's a great chance. I thought a couple of big odds, particularly Alessa has been really good. I know it's a tough betting proposition because there's so many other good fillies in the race, but she's going too well to be $35, I would have thought. Celebrity Guest, another one who loves a cold sit. She was great in the Victoria Oaks final, and if she flies under the radar and gets one crack at them, who knows. Race 6 is the 4th of the Group 1 finals at Tabcorp Park on Saturday night, and the hits just keep on coming. This is a very deep and even affair. Gareth Hall will be on course to support his Group 1 pole marker here in Spirit Rider, who's got a great chance, but a key driving change with Don't Hold Back could be crucial to his chances, and he was terrific in the semi-final last weekend.
Huge. He came from in back play, probably looked like he was going to go straight past and just died on the run a little bit halfway up the straight, but I wouldn't be too worried about that. I think he'll improve and bounce off it. As you say, Gavin Lane jumps on board. There has to be speed here early. There's going to be 3 or 4 looking for the front. Spirit Rider's drawn the pole, but Soho Tribeca, I see nothing. Probably have to go forward, as does Brellos pass out wider, so I wouldn't be surprised if they flew early, and that can really bring Don't Hold Back in. I think he's the horse to beat. As you say, tough race. Brellos pass, I think I'm a bit keen on him than you are. I still think he's ticking over okay. Spirit Rider certainly has to be thereabouts. And one at big odds I'll have for you, Carter Bromack, if he does get a cut into the race, I thought his semi-final run was fine, and he's 40 or 50 to 1. He could run 3rd or 4th, but good, deep, even race, and hard to know which way to look for the quaddie.
Yeah, look, I think I'll probably play 4 wide. I might just leave Soho Tribeca out. I'm not sure he's got the snap speed that might be required here. I'm going to include Spirit Rider. I see nothing. Senor McRae can really bounce back here and has been well supported. Fixed odds 15 to 8. I got involved early doors and also back Don't Hold Back. So they're the two that I think will be the biggest beneficiaries if there is a good speed war early on. But if Spirit Rider leads and gets things his own way, gets a breather at some stage, he'll be really hard to beat as well. So 4 key winning hopes there. I'd throw in Soho Tribeca. I love Brello's pass. I don't think he can win this weekend the way he's raced at his last couple of starts. The penultimate Group 1 on Saturday night at Tabcorp Park is the highlight of the night for mine. The 4-year-old Entires and Geldings, Ideal for Real, has looked like an absolute megastar, Grand Circuit star in the making of his last couple of starts. But Meningate, he's the warrior, the Bircher Bull, the fighting tiger, and he looks like he's going to find the front again. Very well supported during the week on fixed odds. And TCB McRae might be the beneficiary if Meningate wants to run along in the early stages. So the big 3 hopefully will all get their chance.
In many ways, I think Murrumbidgee track holds the key to this race because he can begin quickly and he can start pulling. If they don't get the front with Meningate, then it's going to be on, because I don't think Gavin's going back with Ideal for Real. I think he wants to be up in the action. He really rates this horse. He wants to be in the breeze, so it could be on early. As you say, the big beneficiary is going to be TCB McRae, but I'm sure whichever way you tip in this race, one set of connections is going to be unhappy. I'm with Ideal for Real. The way he won his semi-final, I seriously likened it to Lenny the Shark. He was drifting off the track. He had the head turned to the side. It was a very impressive win. I think he's the best horse in the series, but as we said, plenty of respect for Meningate. He's come back in really top order. He's got the barrier draw. He's topped off nicely by that heat run where he did something different. He came from the back, which he doesn't often have to do, back to the front of the field. And TCB McRae's got really high speed. It is a race in 3 for me. I think Murrumbidgee track will probably run 4th, but Ideal for Real, I think he'll win.
Sometimes they can back one, and it's an illusion really, I think, because Meningate's 7 into 350, but I think he should have been $354 all along. So he's just coming to his right price, I think, and Ideal for Real's getting out to his right price. Having said that, I am going with the favourite Ideal for Real, but intrigued to see what happens. I think if Murrumbidgee track, even if it gets pulling, the puppet, it will be foot to the floor. So we could see an incredible time run here in the early and middle stages, because Meningate will be getting the front at some point. I would think it just depends how many petrol tickets he has to spend. The final Group 1 of the night is for the 4-year-old mares. Great to see a racer pace a horse make the final here and drawn beautifully in Diamond Castle. Unfortunately, probably not a serious winning hope. It could be thrown in somebody who trifectas and first 4s. There is a legitimate chance that Emma Stewart will have the first 5 runners home in this race. She's got 5 mares in it and could have the first 5 runners home. This is the best thing of the night. You're only getting $1.60, but for mine, Delight Me, unbeatable.
Oh, on her semi-final run, she should be $1.20. Like, she's just better than them, and she was only 3rd up from a break there. She's going to improve again. She's a star, and she always has been a star. We just had that question mark of could she come back, but she has. She's back. She looks the best mare in the race, without a doubt. Clearly on top, one out in the quaddies. I do think Stay and Play is the underrated filly or mare of the Emma Stewart camp, but I think she can run 3rd or 4th, even 2nd at big odds. But for me, one out in the quaddie, Delight Me, probably not much more to say. Yeah,
I'd say if you're going to play trifectas here, make sure you include the other 2 out of that stronger semi-final. Starburst Girl, who's likely to be in front, and Lovely's 2, I think, is clearly the second best mare in the race. I don't think it's going to be any big surprise what Baker's best bet of the night's going to be. It's going to be a little bit of deja vu from last week, is it, Baker?
It is. We'll get her into $7 by race time, I'd say. She's already into 10. Nikki Badwagon, very confident.
I've had an all spectacular into Ideal for Real into Delight Me. You're getting about $6 about it, and I don't think that's too bad. So get involved with that, and also make sure you have something each way on Nikki Badwagon, because I'm pretty keen as well. Thanks so much for joining us for the Vicbred Super Series final preview for Saturday night, where the Pacers will get their chance to shine. Good luck and good punting.